Today I want to talk about something that maybe you don't talk about a whole lot. Over in the corner of your shop, you've probably got a pile. Maybe it's a pile of scraps. Most likely there's some unfinished projects over there as well. If you're anything like me, it's kind of a place where you try to avoid. My little project graveyard, if you would have it, well, it's not just over in my corner, but there's a few things over there. But it's also kind of scattered around. I've got a cabinet here over my shoulder here that hasn't been finished since January. I finished this one a couple months ago, but this one, it just kind of keeps hanging over my head. I've got a chair up in my attic that I've been supposed to do for like 2 years for my parents. Still haven't done it. It's going to be awesome when I get it done. This cabinet behind me is going to be awesome when I get it done. All of the little projects around that I have not finished are going to be awesome when I get them done. But for some reason, we can get hung up and all of a sudden we lose the momentum to get things done. And let's just be real, when that happens, it really is, it frustrates us. It really takes the wind out of our sails. And so why is that? Well, I think there's a few reasons. One, I think just real life happens. We're busy. Unfortunately, we've all got a lot of things going on. And so when we've got this small window of opportunity in the shop to build things, and then, maybe your wife comes in and she needs you to build something or redo something or help with something. Maybe you get a paying customer and all of a sudden they've got cash dollars and they're like, hey, by the way, I really need this built. And man, when it comes to real money, it's like we're going to push this project to the side because this is a much better deal. Maybe it's just that, you've just got to the boring part of your project and you're like, ugh, this is the worst. All that I've got left is 4 hours of sanding, and it's the last thing that I want to do. And the next thing that happens is you've got maybe a kid that's got a ball game one night, and then church another night, and then something else happens. And then the next thing you know, a week goes by. And then the next thing you know, a couple of weeks goes by. And after a couple of weeks, before you know it, you just kind of shoved it off to the side and pretended like whatever that little project was didn't exist. Whatever that thing is. Heck, maybe you just don't have the money to finish that project, whatever it is. It's one of those things, though, that because we don't get it finished, it creates a lot of shame and guilt for us as makers, as builders, and it's like this loop, okay? So we don't get the project finished, and so then we kind of feel guilty. And then when we feel guilty, we don't have any motivation. And we don't have any motivation, we don't finish the project, we don't work on the project, and then we feel guilty. And so it just keeps circling around and around and around, and it feeds itself the wrong way. And it's just this loop, and it will absolutely destroy your creativity and your desire to be in the shop. And this is a place where we should be creative and we should feel like that we're at our best, because oftentimes, many of us, we are not doing this full time. And so we have this small window of opportunity to come out here and really build something and look back and go, man, I did that. But if we're not careful, we can allow those things that are these graveyard projects to kind of really just make us feel like garbage. And so now that we know why those things are, and we've kind of talked about those, well, how do we get past some of those kind of things? How do we fix them? Well, I like to think that, first of all, is we just have to be very practical about it first. We just got to put it on the bench. Whatever that project is. If you put it in the way, at some point, you'll have to address it. And maybe it's one of those things, and you go, you know what? I'm going to set this on the bench, and I'm going to devote 15 minutes to it every day. That's it. Every time I go in the shop, I'm going to give it 15 minutes of my time, even if I'm at the boring part, even if I'm a little bit overwhelmed with it, even if because of something went sideways on it before, whatever it is, I'm going to give it a little bit of my time so that I can begin to slowly move the needle the right direction. So that would be my first suggestion. And I feel like that for most projects, that's probably the best suggestion. There is another, and I think that it's still very viable, And I think sometimes it's probably necessary. Maybe we recycle that project. If we mess something up, or we just don't like the project, or we're not having fun with it, we recycle it. Maybe we take the best parts of it and we do something else with it. Maybe it means that we put it on Facebook Marketplace and we sell it as is. Maybe it means that we take it to Goodwill, or we take it to a local donation place and we just let them have it. Now, the last thing that I think that we can do, and sometimes it can probably be very therapeutic to do this, even though it seems, as makers, it seems like we're committing a cardinal sin. Sometimes you just got to trash it. Sometimes you just got to call a spade and say, this project, it's just not going to happen. And a lot of times those are going to be little knick-knacky type projects that you're like, man, this really felt like a good idea at one point, and I just don't have any desire to do this, or whatever it is, right? Like, I'm not obviously going to throw the chair that's in my attic for my parents in the trash. I'm just going to have to actually get off my butt at some point and go ahead and tackle it. But sometimes throwing it in the trash may actually be the best thing that we can do. And again, it seems like we're committing a cardinal sin to do that. But your shop should be the place that brings you joy. As a maker, it should be a place that you come out here and you go, man, this is it. This is where I want to be. I've got a little window of time here, and I'm going to come out here and I'm going to turn on some tunes, and I'm just going to build, or I'm going to make, or I'm going to sand, or I'm going to, whatever it is. I want to put together a plan for a project. That's what it's supposed to be for us. And so if you can get past that project graveyard and the guilt and the shame and all that stuff that comes with it, it can become that for you again. So again, like I said, I think the biggest thing that we want to do, whether we trash it, whether we recycle it, hopefully we just kind of revive it, is pick one. Go out there, get in that corner, that place that you hate to go to, that you pretend like doesn't exist. Pick one project, one thing. It could be a small one. And say, I'm going to put this on the bench, and starting next week, here we go. When I come in from work in the evenings and I've got a little bit of time, I'm going to devote a little bit of time to that project. And as you begin to see that needle move, I think you're going to find a whole new love that you're supposed to have when you're out here in the shop. So what I want you to do now, though, is I want you to be honest, and I want you to tell me down in the comments, what is that project that you've been putting off? Because I think it's going to be good for all of us, because I promise you there are going to be plenty of people that's going to feel the exact same way, and they're going to have projects just like you do. Catch you next time.